Have you ever been staring at a screen, fully awake, when suddenly your mind disappears? No warning, no control, just gone. What if I told you that 12 seconds before that happens, your brain already knows? And what if zoning out, the thing we blame on laziness, boredom, or low focus, is actually your brain protecting itself? Today we're going inside the neuroscience of zoning out and why your brain needs it to survive. What zoning out really is. Zoning out is often described as losing focus, mind going blank, and attention drifting away. But neuroscientists call these moments attention lapses. They're brief, often just seconds long, and they happen to everyone, even highly focused people. For years, scientists believed these moments were mental errors, signs of poor self-control, and cognitive weakness. But recent brain imaging research tells a very different story. The experiment that changed everything. In a groundbreaking study, researchers recruited healthy adults and did something simple. First, they scanned their brains after a normal night of sleep. Then they kept them awake all night and scanned their brains again. Using EEG and fMRI, scientists tracked what happened during moments when attention failed. As expected, sleep-deprived people zoned out more often. But what shocked researchers was what happened inside the brain. Every single time attention faded, something incredible occurred. During each zoning out moment, researchers observed a wave of cerebrospinal fluid, or CSF, flowing through the brain, then retreating seconds later. Over and over and over again. This fluid movement wasn't random. It looked nearly identical to what happens during a very specific stage of sleep. Deep sleep is directly proportional to brain cleaning. When you sleep, your brain cycles through stages: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep, dreaming. Deep sleep is special. During this phase, brain cells physically shrink, space between them expands, and cerebrospinal fluid flows freely. This activates the glymphatic system, the brain's waste removal network. What is its job? Its job is to clean your brain. Now the question arises, what waste builds up in the brain? Every day your brain produces waste, like metabolic byproducts, used proteins, and chemical leftovers. Some of these include beta-amyloid and tau proteins. If not cleared properly, these substances accumulate, and their buildup is strongly linked to neurodegenerative diseases, including Alzheimer's. Deep sleep is when the brain removes this waste. But what happens when you don't get enough deep sleep? Here's the key discovery. When deep sleep is insufficient, the brain doesn't just give up. Instead, it triggers microcleaning events while you're awake. Zoning out may be the brain forcing short bursts of deep sleep-like activity, just long enough to flush waste at the cost of your attention. In other words, your brain sacrifices focus to protect itself. Warning signs before you zone out. Researchers noticed something fascinating. About 12 seconds before zoning out, the body changes. Pupils constrict, breathing slows, and heart rate drops. Your brain is preparing. Zoning out isn't random. It's a planned neurological response. Now the question is, when zoning out is dangerous, this doesn't mean zoning out is always good. For example, during driving, operating machinery, and critical tasks, these attention lapses can be dangerous. But the important point is that the brain is not malfunctioning. Rather, it's trying to survive under stress. Important point is intentional versus unintentional mind wandering. Early studies suggested mind wandering caused lower happiness, more anxiety, and negative thinking. But newer research added a crucial distinction. Unintentional mind wandering is often stress-driven and uncontrolled, while intentional mind wandering is defined as chosen mental rest. When people intentionally allow their mind to wander, the negative effects disappear and benefits emerge. Intentional mind wandering activates a brain system called the default mode network, the DMN. This network is linked to creativity, problem solving, self-reflection, and future planning. When you step away from focused work, your brain continues processing in the background. Scientists call this the incubation effect. This is why solutions appear in the shower, ideas emerge during walks, and breaks improve creativity. Research also links mind wandering to autobiographical planning, identity formation, and meaning making. Your brain uses quiet moments to ask, where am I going? What matters to me? What should I prepare for? Constant stimulation blocks this process. Today, boredom lasts seconds. Phones eliminate silence, waiting, and mental stillness. But boredom is not the enemy, it's a signal. Ignoring it trains the brain to crave constant stimulation, making focus harder over time. Finally, here comes the conclusion. Zoning out is not laziness, it is not weakness, it is not failure. It's your brain, cleaning itself, protecting itself, and thinking in the background. Understanding this won't fix sleep deprivation, but it might help you respect your brain a little more. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is nothing at all. If this sparked your curiosity, you're already one of us. Because knowledge grows when it's shared. This is Illuminate Science, where curiosity turns into clarity.